So you want to run the Tokyo Marathon, whether you're chasing the 6 stars or you have other reasons to enter this epic race. Today, we're going to talk about the best way of applying for the Tokyo Marathon. Hey runners, and welcome to my channel. My name is Letty. I am the host of the weekly marathon running podcast, now also host of this YouTube channel. You're welcome to subscribe, but let's get started and let's talk about how to get into the Tokyo Marathon. So the Tokyo Marathon, as you probably know, is a marathon that is very high in demand, and it's been getting harder and harder to get into all these marathons. London, Boston, Berlin, Chicago, all of these races are receiving record numbers of applicants. And so it's going to get harder to enter through the general lottery or even qualifying. And for that reason, we're going to sit down today and we're going to tell you every single way there is to enter the Tokyo Marathon so that you, if you didn't get in for 2025, are ready to roll for 2026. All right, so let's start talking about guaranteed entries. Are there any guaranteed entries for the Tokyo Marathon? The answer is yes. There's 2 ways of obtaining a guaranteed entry. Number 1, you have to be an elite athlete, meaning you have to run a super fast marathon and represent your country, and you will probably be invited by the Tokyo Marathon Foundation because you are so fast. If you're not that fast, then there's still another way of having a guaranteed entry, which is by signing up with a tour operator that doesn't just give you accommodation, but also has bibs. The Tokyo Marathon Foundation works with tour operators from certain regions of the world. You can literally go on the Tokyo website and see what country has which corresponding tour operator and sign up through them. Depending on which country you're from, the pricing varies. The US doesn't have that many tour operators that go to Tokyo, and the prices are a little bit on the steeper side, whereas if you are coming from other areas of the world, prices aren't so inflated. But make sure that you use the ones from the Tokyo Marathon Foundation website, because if you don't, maybe you'll get a tour operator that just gives you a stay and doesn't have bibs available. So make sure that you shop around for that. And then if you are signed up, if you have paid the deposit, you are guaranteed an entry, which you then can use for the 2026 marathon. I believe other countries besides the US still have bibs available also for the 2025 marathon. So it's a good idea to hop onto the Tokyo Marathon website and check that out. So now that we have established there are no other ways of obtaining a guaranteed entry for the Tokyo Marathon, let's talk about the timing for the applications for the Tokyo Marathon, because the application periods run quite differently than for most major marathons. Like I said, the charity runners comprise the first wave of applicants. Wave 2, which includes the semi-elite runners and members of the One Tokyo Running Club. And we'll talk all about that once we're done talking about these waves of applicants. And now let's talk about the third wave of applicants. That's your general entry. That's everybody else and people that didn't make it in through waves 1 and 2. They this year were eligible to apply for the Tokyo Marathon starting August 16th to the end of August. For the Tokyo Marathon, the charities is basically the first wave of applicants that submit a bid for a charity through the Tokyo Marathon website, which occurs before the general applications happen. So in order to enter the Tokyo Marathon through charity, you had to have placed a bid to one out of the 39 charities, only one, you couldn't apply to other ones, and then you would wait to hear back to see if you had been selected. In 2022, 2023, I remember bids being as low as $800, $900, translated from Japanese yen. This year, with the influx of runners wanting to run the Tokyo Marathon, this number seems to have been increasing. Let's talk about the lotteries and what type of lotteries there are that increase your chances to actually get a bib. And that's where qualifying times come into play. So the Tokyo Marathon does have 280 bibs that they give for semi-elites. Who is a semi-elite? A semi-elite is a person, a male that runs faster than a 2:35 marathon, or a woman that runs faster than a 3:15 marathon. The 280 bibs will be equally divided between men and women, meaning that men will receive 140 bibs and there will be 140 bibs for women in that semi-elite category. And if there are more than 140 applicants for each of these categories, the bibs will be allotted to the fastest runners in that. I'm going to give you an example. I tried to receive a Tokyo Marathon bib through the semi-elite because I had run a 309 marathon, so I applied for it, but unfortunately that wasn't fast enough. I did not receive a bib as a semi-elite, and my application was then moved into the general pool of applicants. Let's get to the tricks and hacks for this marathon and how you can increase your chances of getting into the Tokyo Marathon. And that would be through becoming a One Tokyo member. If you're domestic, the rules are different, but I'm assuming most people that are watching this video are from all over the world and not necessarily living in Japan. If you are, I'm sorry. But we're going to talk about the benefits of being a One Tokyo global member. So first, the One Tokyo membership is a membership organized directly through the Tokyo Marathon Foundation, and this membership goes from every end of March till April. The fee for this membership is 30,000 Japanese yen, which right now today translates to $209.48, and we're talking US dollars. And with this membership, you are eligible to take part in 10 virtual challenges, upon completion of which you will be entered into a drawing for Tokyo Marathon bibs. And for each of these events, the Tokyo Marathon Foundation has 40 bibs available. So that increases your chances even more. Now, do you have to be a member to take part in those 10 virtual challenges? No, you don't. But if you are a member, those virtual challenges are free to you. And if you're not a member, these challenges will each cost you about 1,500 Japanese yen, which translates into about $10 and something. In addition, if you've completed each one of these virtual challenges, you can then be entered into yet another lottery where you will be able to perhaps receive a bib because you've completed these 10 challenges. Signing up for these virtual challenges is actually a really good idea. I know many people that have been selected by participating in these virtual challenges, so it's definitely something very important if you're considering running the Tokyo Marathon. All right, so that concludes today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully some of this content was of value to you, and if it was, please consider subscribing. Stay tuned for next week's video, and until then, have a great week of running.